I often stand in woods and I tweet and I hope an owl will be attracted to me.
Hello and welcome to the Sound School podcast, the show where indie filmmaker meets band and pop culture and everything in between. And for this one, we're actually joined by a legend of British film, TV, screen, stage, and pottery, Mr. Johnny Vegas. Johnny, you're up in Tees Valley for the film festival. That was a very rousing performance up on stage. How was it for you, apart from Russian Soldiers, obviously?
Well, I mean, with Ben Crompton, it was never going to be a straightforward interview. And I apologise to anyone who came here looking for culture, because the rest of the festival was dedicated to that. I'm really passionate. I'm really passionate about. We have to keep making and creating, and it's becoming the sort of island of the privileged.
Yeah.
And all the best ideas are getting left behind. And so when you get new filmmakers coming through, and even like not being afraid of mobile phones, you know what I mean? Films, however they get made, if you've got an idea, making it, but pulling things together when you've got nothing takes passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And passion, those stories generally come from people who've lived a life, not people who just think I have the right to tell a story.
So you've always championed Northern voices. What do you think makes stories from up here feel different to stories from down south?
Well, again, without being, I'm not saying there aren't struggles, you know what I mean, throughout the UK. I think it's just that thing of going, we have, within stand-up, within humour, you go, we use comedy as a way of getting through the day, of coping. So we have a really strong, lovely method of undermining serious issues. Where, you know what I mean? We can throw in humour. I grew up on Ken Loach.
Yeah.
And Mike Lee, and you're going, it's that thing of going, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And that's very much been the antithesis of everything that I've grown up with is we make fun of everything. But actually, deep down, it's Boys Under Black stuff, all that thing. It's in our DNA to go. We struggle to survive, but while we're struggling, we find a way of humour. We find a seam of humour. When we're mining for misery, we find a laugh.
So you've always said comedy is about honesty. When do you realise that essentially like being vulnerable up on stage in front of a live audience is actually kind of a superpower to a degree? Or you?
I don't think it's a superpower. I think it's just I've written about it. I've been quite public, having an alter ego going. I think it's about being unapologetic. I think it's about going. It sounds like I'm breaking into song. I am what I am. I'm non-confrontational as Michael, as Johnny. Johnny goes, stop saying sorry for yourself. Go out, talk to them, you know what I mean? But if anybody gives you grief for being you, give it back.
So from stand-up to sitcoms to pottery as well now, and directing, obviously, because you said tonight how much you love directing. So what connects all of those sides creatively for you?
Art school.
Sorry?
I went to art school. And art school, the one thing that art school gave me was confidence in being original and in my ideas. And having an idea and having the conviction to see it through and follow it through, and people are going, what is the point of that? You go, the point is, I need to tell a story. I suppose it's storytelling.
Yeah.
Whether you do it in ceramics, whether you do it in painting, however you do it, you're going, I need to record the time that I was here on this earth. I'm not here forever. Without being too deep. So you go, I want to, if it's making film, if it's doing this, and it's that shared experience with everybody going, it's okay to feel this way. as we're learning about mental health, do you know what I mean? We're sort of going, I've been through that, I've known that, I've shared that. Is this? It's okay to come in and either watch this or look at this or see an object or look at a painting and go, I get it, and there's no shame in it.
So last two questions as well. So do you think the industry now is...
Did you think this was going to be a funnier interview?
No. I know. I wanted it to be to come see.
I often stand in woods and I tweet and I hope an owl will be attracted to me. I just stand there, and obviously I don't know what a real owl sounds like, so I just stand on my own in woods going to woo. I've wasted so many nights. It's tragic. And then I went in and I dressed as a giant mouse because I thought they'd land on me. And they obviously knew I wasn't a giant mouse because they know how big mice are. I've just, look, well, you know, I just went around, but you're going, mice don't go to it too. So then I had to go in and just nibble on stuff. And when I nibbled on stuff, they were going, mice don't eat McDonald's.
I've tried the new McDonald's, the McSpicy, with the pineapple in it.
I don't think mice are going to go for that either. Mice like stuff in barns.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not stuff from a drive-through.
That's very true.
And they don't like them when they're, 5'8" tall. And I couldn't stay on all fours for long because my knees are bad. So I had to stand up. So every hour's going, that ain't no goddamn mice. That's not the I can lift.
Mine is a starting to go now.
That's a heavy-looking mouse.
So finally as well.
Sorry, your final question.
No,
sorry,
right.
We're doing a serious interview here about owls.
So you've always said, she absolutely loves you, by the way.
Twitch-woo.
So you've always said...
Twitch-woo. Sorry.
No, sorry. So you've always said...
Send you the mouse. And I'd go, I haven't got the talents to lift him.
You could, maybe?
I could try.
But your knees are gone. No, you got bad knees.
No, I couldn't take you to my nest. I could drag you to my burrow, but owls don't make burrows, do they?
No, I don't.
Does a
No.
bar wait?
You don't know. You honestly think owls make burrows?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Well, owls, I can tell you now, owls don't make burrows. Okay, they do have nests.
Yeah.
And, do you know what? They're not as wise as everyone makes out. They're quite thick. It's learned behaviour.
Fair.
Owls are thick, but they can spot a fat bloke dressed as a mouse who's 5'8".
So lastly...
They'll never sweep down and try and pick me up by my head.
So any advice for...
Final question.
Filmmakers, advice, actors, comedians, what advice you got for people coming up through the industry right now?
I would say it used to be there was only one way of doing it, and it was industry. Now we have access to the kind of technology we've never had. I built sets to do oh my God, another owl. I'm too heavy. You won't lift me. My genuine, no, honestly, it is. I built film sets to make animated films, and they sold the camera at art school. Now, you can shoot anything on anything. You can prove your skills.
Yeah.
Don't try and prove yourself to TV or to anyone.
Yeah, 100%.
Make something, put it out there, and when it's found, people will realise your abilities. Do you know what I mean? There's your passion, your skills, anything is going. Don't just think, how do I get it made? Do it.
Yeah.
Get out. Do it. Do not dress as a mouse.
Yeah. I just say thank you for your time as well. It's a little gift as well. So I know we said something about knitting earlier.
I'm a giant mouse and I'm going to.
Well, there. So my partner made that for you.
No, that is nice.
A little crochet Johnny Vegas with a pot as well. And you're in the same t-shirt as well, ironically. So
That's nice.
so that's off my partner as well. So
I know it's nice. But you see, if I was an owl, I could lift that. I could lift me and I could eat me. I mean, I'd be a bit woolly. I'd need a pond so I could wash it down. That is nice. Did you want us to say that on camera?
yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But no, yeah, she made that for you.
Yo,
So
did
to
you
say thank you.
Did you knit that tonight? Well. She came to me. She came to me burrow. Right? She came to me burrow and said, "Why don't you build a nest?" And you go, "Too lazy." I said, "I just live here with Frank the Badger," and she said, "Well, wear this, because I've knitted something, and if you don't wear this, you're in big trouble, fatty."
And there we go. There's a bar waiting for Johnny upstairs. So,
I can't believe you
that-
said I didn't say that. Knitters are not bullies. Right? I want to acknowledge that. People who crochet, people who knit are not bullies. Okay, and I don't live with a badger. And I'm not an owl, and I'm not a mouse. Okay, I'm just a man, without getting done for copyright, trying to make his way in the world today. And it takes everything I've got. And I've got to stop there.